This is the new hire orientation, and I am Diane Jeffers. I would like to personally thank you for choosing ISSI as your place of employment. We promise that during your career here, we will give you 100% of our time and resources to help you grow as an ISSI employee. And we hope that you reciprocate the same effort in your work ethic and time. During this orientation, you will learn about main office logistics, our staff, ISSI, and our business. We'll give you a quick glance at the ISSI website and employee area, how success and teamwork looks like while working here and at client sites, the new employee package, payroll and timesheet information, and the professional services department. We appreciate your time today, and we hope that you sit back, relax, take a deep breath, and welcome to ISSI.
Hello and welcome to International Software Systems, Inc. My name is Amal, and I'm the office admin. Today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of the office to get you more familiar with the areas. Let's get started. Follow me. Our first stop is Mr. Gonti's office, President and CEO of International Software Systems, Inc. And to my left, this is where we have a board where your name will be listed. This is where you'll mark yourself in and out. So if anyone in the office needs you or looking for you, they'll know if you're in or out of the office. Now we're going to make our way down the hall to Production Area 1. This is where we have our HR office. This is our Operations Manager, Prasad. Say hello, Prasad.
Hi.
Now this is Production Area 1. Production Area 1 is where most of our newly interns and employees come and work as they're waiting for newly assignments. Now to my right, I'm going to take you to Production Area 2. To my right is where we have our IT group. Right here is Alfred Hurd. He's the IT manager. Say hello, Alfred. He will be speaking with you later on with more information with the IT support department and security and privacy of the office. As we work our way to Production Area 3, to my left is where we have our accounting offices. As Production Area 1 is, this is where most of our newly interns and employees work while they're waiting on new assignments. And right across is where we have our main kitchen. And now we have arrived to Production Area 4. This is an area with our government project team, also our help desk support team, which we have our specialist, Karan.
Hello.
And right across is where we have our help desk manager, Sherry. Further down, we'll be going into the software engineer offices, where you'll meet some of our software engineer team. Have Ravi.
Hello.
And Ashwarya. And now we have our senior software engineer, Sharish. And on the very end, we have Mr. Mark Anderson, our Vice President with International Software Systems, Inc. And we also have VC.
Hi.
And now we've come to another area where we have team members that's working on ongoing projects.
Option to what we are saying is like we are moving to use mix and match over there.
Right, so we're going to rename the tables.
Yes. And still use the forms.
In Production Area 5, we have Professional Services, Business Development, and Sales and Marketing. Alrighty, in this office, we have our Sales and Marketing team, where we have our Product Manager, Ash, Team Member, Io.
Hello.
These are a few members of our Professional Service team. We have Riley.
Oh,
and ECTA. Now we're in the Business Development Office, where our team prepare proposals to obtain state and federal government contracts and projects for the company. And we have Nalajna and Samir. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. I hope it was very informative in knowing the layout of the office. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the orientation. Bye.
Hi, my name is Joan Steffen, and I work in the HR accounting department at International Software Systems, Inc. And I'm going to share a few things with you today about the office and about key employees that you will need to contact, as well as performance reviews. So we have a website, and definitely you should check that out. It's at www.issi-software.com. And you want to go there and you can get an idea of what our company does, all of the different areas of IT that we're involved in. But we also have an employee area. So on the top right-hand corner, you'll see the words employee area. So click on that and use the user and password that you were given when you started your employment, and you can get in there and do quite a few things. One of them is you can access your email externally. If you're not at the headquarters, you can access your email from home or at the client site, if that's allowed, and you can see what kind of emails have come in for you there. We also have forms there, and we have the employee handbook. You can do your timesheet entry there as well. We also have the holiday schedule, and we have pictures from our two main events that we have during the year, the picnics and the holiday party. You get an idea of how much fun we have when we're not at work.
An orchestra only functions as well as each member plays his or her part. Each member contributes something different, yet vital to the whole. Separately, a member may not appear to make a big difference, but in concert, the music is breathtaking. That's what we strive for at ISSI. Cooperation, teamwork, and diligence lead to excellence and success.
You are in the driver's seat to your success at ISSI. So here's some basic best practices for achieving and maintaining a great work ethic. Be on time. When you're on time for work and meetings, you show respect for yourself, your job, your employer, and most of all, your coworkers. Work with your manager to determine your normal work schedule. Make sure if you're going to be late, leave early, or take a day off, that you share this information with your manager and team. Have a positive attitude. A positive can-do attitude enhances the work you do. Your work has value. Remember that. You're contributing not only to your own success, you're contributing to the success of your team and also to the company. Communicate with your team and managers. Make sure you're communicating with members of the management team, project leaders, and with your peers. Everyone brings a different perspective to our team, and the sharing of experiences is vital to our collective success. Our ultimate goal is to increase the value we bring to our customers. While we do expect our team members to follow instructions provided by your management chain, it is vital to take advantage of the process improvements suggested by our team members. It's with open communication that we're able to improve our process and enhance our services to our customers. Follow company protocols and policies. A couple of examples include: make sure you minimize personal phone calls and eliminate surfing the internet during normal business hours. Make sure you are checking both your ISSI and client email accounts frequently. We do expect our team members to be sensitive to the needs of others and make sure they respond quickly to one another. It is truly a team effort here at ISSI. I want to especially welcome you to ISSI. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Security and work from home. For safety, ISSI has video surveillance located throughout ISSI headquarters. Audio is not included in any recordings. Video surveillance is only used to identify employee safety concerns, misconduct, theft, or to prevent any acts of harassment, and which is monitored by IT support. All intellectual property maintained by employees is property of ISSI and are prohibited from taking any material for personal use, sending resources through personal email, or backing up on personal storage devices. If you see anyone performing any type of unprofessional acts within ISSI, please inform HR immediately. Employees must request and receive approval to work from home. If VPN access is required, employee must request for access and receive approval from ISSI management. VPN access may be declined. Upon completion of task, VPN access is removed by IT support.
If you've received an offer of employment from ISSI, you should have received a new employee package. If not, request the package from the HR representative and they will go ahead and give it to you. Now this new employee package consists of your benefits package, the offer letter, an employment agreement which you need to sign, and a handful of forms that you need to fill out. And our HR representative will help you with all of those ins and outs so that you can get started with employment at ISSI. Also, I just wanted to briefly speak about the benefits. When you start, if you start as an intern, you don't get benefits initially, but once you're at the client site, once you get a project assigned to you, then you will get your benefits. So we want you to work hard, be motivated, and know what you're looking forward to, because we have a great employment benefits package, and we're really happy that we can give all these things to our employees. So it includes 2 weeks paid vacation, 10 paid holidays, 1 week paid sick each year. We also have health insurance, which ISSI pays 50%. We have short-term and long-term disability, which ISSI pays 100%. And then we also have a $50,000 life insurance policy paid 100% by ISSI, which we hope you will never have to use. We have a 401k retirement plan. ISSI matches 3% of what you put in. And then we also have commuter benefits, if that's applicable, in-house training, reimbursement for relocation costs with prior approval if you are located outside of the Washington, D.C. area. You get a desk, a computer, and an email address. And then, as I spoke of before, we have team building picnics and a holiday party that you don't want to miss.
Hi, it's Diane again. I'm here to talk a little bit more about the 401k plan and to go through all the necessary forms that you will receive and that you'll need to complete before becoming an official ISSI employee. As Joan mentioned earlier, we do offer a very competitive 401k plan that is offered to most employees depending upon their eligibility. Employees opting to participate in this plan will receive a dollar-for-dollar match up to 3%. So as long as you're contributing 3% of your pay, we are matching 100% of your contributions. You can manage your investments online because you'll be receiving login credentials from our current 401k trustee. You'll be able to go in, monitor your investments, monitor your contributions, and you can change your contributions at any point in time during your employment. You'll have access to your funds even when you leave the company. All login credentials will be sent to you via email, and if you ever run into any issues logging in or accessing your account, please don't hesitate to let HR know. That's what we're here for. As far as forms go, you should have also received an offer letter and an employment agreement, which you will need to review, initial at the bottom of each page, and sign the last page of each document. So the offer letter, that will include your start date, your job title, your compensation, and basic terms of your employment. The employment agreement goes into a little more detail. Please note that it does include a restrictive covenant that states that you can't work directly for a client for up to 18 months after leaving the company. Other forms that you'll need to complete include your I-9, your federal and state withholding forms, direct deposit. You will need to include a voided check with that form, an employment application, emergency contact information, and also a background investigation authorization form. If you have any questions on these forms, again, please don't hesitate to let us know. Please make sure you report any personal changes to Human Resources as soon as possible. Reportable changes can include office location and project end dates, home address, phone numbers, including office, home, and cell, your marital status, and any changes in family member information. In regards to vacation and time off request, 1 to 2 week vacations must be approved by your client and your manager. Extended vacations, especially those abroad, must also be approved by Human Resources and a senior executive at least 30 days prior to your trip. Please make sure you provide us with your contact information while on your extended vacation. This information will be used only in an emergency. If you must be absent from work due to an illness or other emergency, please make sure you send an email to hr@issi-software.com to inform management of your absence. Once again, I welcome you to ISSI, and if there's ever anything HR can do to help you, please don't hesitate to let us know. Thank you.
These reviews are a vital tool for the company and yourself. It gives us an opportunity to take a step back to identify the things you're doing well at work, but also pinpoint the areas you can work on to do better over the next year. The objective of the performance review is to evaluate your past year's performance, which in turn can help in possible pay raise considerations. If you start as an intern, you won't go to the project until you are trained. The first day at the client site is your performance review anniversary date. Your first performance review is a year from that date. If you go to a project from the start of your employment, then a year from your start date is your performance review anniversary date. Around the anniversary date, you'll receive a link from HR. The link will guide you to where you will need to go to fill out a performance review. You will also receive a guide on how to use our platform, which is called EPRS, which stands for Employee Performance Review System. You can log in with your regular credentials that you use for email and timesheet. And then once you get in, there are several tabs that you need to fill in. The main ones are accomplishments, assessments, future objectives, and resumes. We ask that you give us your current resume, so we have a current resume on file for all of our staff. Once you've filled out the form, it's submitted, HR will receive a notification that you have completed your form. Once HR has reviewed it, the form and other documents about your project are sent to management, who in turn make a decision about whether or not you will receive a raise. As soon as management has made a decision, HR will contact you again to discuss the review with a possible raise. Raises are not a given every year, but are determined by performance and the client rate that you get. The whole process is completed within a month. Feel free to contact HR if you would like to know the status of your review. Once again, I'd like to welcome you to ISSI, and I hope you enjoy your stay with the ISSI family. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Irina. I'm going to talk about payroll, timesheet, overtime, and expense reimbursement. ISSI pays employees on a bi-weekly basis using Paychex as our payroll and HRIS system. Paychex will be the system you use to access your pay stubs and update your personal information such as address, tax withholdings, and direct deposit information. HR will provide you with the link and necessary login credentials to log into the system. In order to process your bi-weekly paychecks, all employees are required to complete an ISSI timesheet at the end of each business day via the ISSI timesheet management system. You can access this system through the employee area of the ISSI website. To log in, you would use your standard ISSI username and password used to access the ISSI network. To begin recording your hours worked, you would first click on Timesheet menu from the toolbar found at the top of the page. From the drop-down, you would select Timesheet Entry. On this page, you would select the appropriate timesheet type, client, and project information. You would then enter the number of hours worked each day under the actual date worked. At the end of each week, your goal is to account for a total of 40 hours. If, for example, you can only account for 35 hours worked, you must account for 5 remaining hours on your timesheet to bring your total hours for that week to 40. To do this, you would select Add Row and again select Type. Your option would typically include sick, vacation, or unpaid leave. Make your selection and enter the 5 remaining hours on the day or days that you missed. Employees assigned to a project are required to complete 2 timesheets each week, one for ISSI and the other for the client. The client timesheet must be approved by the client manager each week. We would prefer that your customer-approved timesheet be submitted in PDF format. If that is not possible, a screenshot would also be accepted. These timesheets should be emailed to timesheet@issi-software.com. The client-approved timesheets are used in generating invoices to customers. In regards to overtime, all overtime hours must be pre-approved by ISSI management. Any request for overtime must be accompanied by a written justification detailing the whens and whys of the request. Employees at the client side must also include the client's approval with their request. Once approved, the overtime hours will be recorded on your timesheet on a separate row as overtime. Overtime hours not pre-approved will not be considered or authorized. Employees who incur out-of-pocket business expenses can often submit their expenses for reimbursement by the company. Expense reports are submitted using the same system as the timesheets. Instead of choosing timesheet from the toolbar at the top of the page, you would select expense. Then you would select expenses from the drop-down of the expenses form menu at the top of the screen. From there, click on Create New Expense. You would complete the next page with the details of the expense, including dates, cost, description, and purpose of the expense. Make sure you also attach a copy of the receipt reflecting proof of payment by clicking on the Attach button. Once all the required information has been added, you will need to submit the entries. Expense reports are typically processed within 30 days of receipt. Don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions regarding your pay, timesheets, or expense reimbursements. And once more, welcome to ISSI.
Hello, my name is Osman. I'm from the Professional Services Group, also known as the PS Group at International Software Systems. I welcome you to our company, and we look forward to working with you. PS Group is a full life cycle of recruiting and marketing efforts at ISSI. We help our resources with resume preparation, communication training, interview preparation, and most importantly, job placement. Our company is aligned with many direct clients such as Lockheed Martin, Social Security Administration, CMS, and also we have plenty of prime vendors that help us in aligning opportunities with our resources. Our group's main priorities is to help you with the job placement. We do this by getting your resume into the industry standard format before presenting it to our clients. When going for interviews, we want to make sure that you understand how to present your skills and yourself to the best abilities so you can get the goal of getting a job. Another job duty of our professional services group is to assist you with your onboarding of your project. That includes the start date and also it also includes the end date as well. When you are in a project and when you are going for extensions, there might be some time where we will have to renegotiate your current rate with our client or vendor. That is another task that our professional services group handles. The last thing we do take care of is any contract renewals that you will have to be a part of. So for example, if your contract is coming to an end in 6 months, we will talk with our client or our vendor to see if there's a possibility for extension. If you have any questions in regards to your marketing or any recruitment process, feel free to come to my office or talk to any of the other professional services group members. We look forward to working with you, and welcome to International Software Systems. Thank you.
My name is Bhaskar Ganti, President and CEO of the company. I welcome you to ISSI family, and I hope you had a great time learning a lot of things in the orientation about the company, about the functions of the company. A warm welcome to you, and have a wonderful, rewarding career with the company.